Ever since I made my first ice and resin video, people have been emailing me asking me to do it again, but instead of using water, they want me to use soft drink. So I've got myself a brand new ice cube tray and my favourite soft drink, so let's get started. So the first step in this experiment is to make my ice cubes. So I've got my soft drink here. It's a no sugar cola. I don't drink soft drink too often, but when I do, this is my favourite. Now this experiment will be an interesting one. Because it's carbonated water, we don't know how that's going to react in the resin. Because remember when I did the water version, we tried to take the air out of the water, just so then we didn't get as many bubbles. But this time, we got heaps of bubbles in there, and we kind of want to keep them in there. So it will be really interesting to see what happens when we dunk it in the resin. I'm going to be honest, I've never made ice cubes out of cola before. Have you? Now I'm just going to go pop these in the freezer. So the ice cubes have been in the freezer for over a week now. I actually forgot about them. I was too busy making last week's project, this. Now if you guys want to know what this started out as, I'll leave a link to the video in the description. The pot cam on this one was absolutely amazing. Now getting back to this week's project, the next thing I need to do is get my resin ready. So I'm going to mix it up and then we'll pop it in the vac chamber to get rid of the bubbles. So now that I have my degassed resin, it becomes a waiting game. And what we've learnt from our past experiments, I have to wait about 30 minutes for this resin to heat up, just enough so we can dunk the ice in and get a good cure. Starting to heat up now, hopefully it's not too much longer. With a bit of luck I can get a good result the first time, like I did with the clear ice. Well, I think we're nearly there. I'm going to go get my ice out of the freezer. Looks like we had a bit of a blowout. Time to put the respirator on. We're starting to get our steam, so we're not too far now. Hello, this is Ben from the future. I just want to quickly interrupt this video to give you guys a sneak peek of next week's video. It's going to be an epic pot cam, so make sure you got your notifications on so you don't miss out. And also, if you guys want to see sneak peeks like this every week, you can become one of my workmates. I'll leave a link in the description of how you can do it. Now back to the show. Alright, real close. Right, I'm going for it. Crap, I lost my other stick. I think we're doing alright. I think I got it. Yeah. I think we did it. And I dropped my other stick on the ground. I'm just a bit worried I got too close to this side. Yeah, that's close. That almost felt easier than the water ice. I'm just really worried about this side here. Oh well, I guess we just wait and see. So the resin's all set and the coke's all melted, and you can see in there it all moving around with that little bubble. Now unfortunately the coke got really close to the edge here, and I'm worried that there's only a real thin layer of resin. Now I'd planned on putting this on the lathe and turning a really cool gear shift knob, but with the resin being so close there, I just won't be able to do that. So I think what I might do is pop it out of this cup, we'll put it into a larger cup, we'll pour some more resin around it, and then we can turn it. Originally I was just going to cut to the scene where you see me start turning this on the lathe, but it come out of the pot so nice I just had to show you guys. Check it out, you can't even see my join line from the old resin to the new resin. It just looks so cool. Now I'm going to keep the rest of this a bit of a secret, that way we can check it out when I finish turning. Now luckily for me, I've wrapped it with some added protection, that way if I go too deep, I'm not going to get wet. Well, it looks like I didn't have enough protection. I went too deep and I got wet. So it looks like I hit a little pocket here that had some cola in it. But that's okay, we'll keep going, just as long as we don't hit this big mass in the middle. Well, I decided to stop there and not push my luck too much. We already broke through the top here that I needed to fix, but apart from that, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a bit bigger than I'd liked, but I reckon I could see this on some big semi-truck. I reckon it'd be pretty cool shifting gears with this in your hand. So my next step is to fill in this void and then give it a sand. Now I'm just going to go pop it outside to cure. Before we take a look, I just want to mention that I could have made a nice cavity and filled it with cola, but that's not what these ice videos are about. It's all about getting cool and unique shapes, just like this one.